Hi, I'm Lydia and welcome to this 30-minute yoga flow that's all about hips. So really working into the lower body. We've got lots of Skandasanas coming up. We've got a nice pigeon to finish with, everybody's favorite. So yeah, I've called it an intermediate class purely because of the transitions. There's lots of moving around the mat in ways that we don't do all that often. So purely for that reason that, yeah, it's a bit of moving around, but we're going to run through this flow a few times so you'll get to know what's coming next and you can really start to smooth out those transitions and really get into the body and really flow with the breath. So we're going to get started. Come into a comfortable seated position. You don't need any props for this class, just yourself and a mat or a rug, whatever you've got with you. And if you want to sit up on a cushion to start with, by all means, do that if that feels good. Otherwise, coming to find a nice long spine. Let the shoulders relax. Let the eyes close if that feels good. And just take a couple of breaths and a moment to let the day go. So forgetting about the plans, forgetting about what we need to do after this, really giving yourself this time to just focus on your body, on your mind, and just check in with yourself. So notice where you might be holding any tension. Notice what emotions might be bubbling away under the surface. And as always, no judgment with anything that comes up or that we notice. It's simply about being aware. So we're not trying to change anything at the moment. We're just noticing things as they are. And we can start to lengthen the breath, breathing deeper into the belly, feeling diaphragm pulling down, noticing belly expand with the inhale and soften with the exhale. If it feels good to rest a hand on the tummy, absolutely you can do that. Allow that breath to fill the rest of the body, feeling the ribs expand, the chest rise. And feel everything get smaller as we let the breath go. Paying attention to these breaths for maybe the first time today. Notice if it feels easy or even just breathing in this way feels difficult. We sometimes get a bit stuck in that chest breathing, just breathing shallow breaths into the top of the body, that just sending the breath deeper can sometimes feel a bit difficult, a bit unfamiliar. And with your next exhale, I just want you to drop the chin down to the chest, let the head hang heavy. Feel the opening through the back of the neck. Notice any tightness that might be there. With your next inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. And with the exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. Same on the other side, so kind of keeping the jaw low towards the chest. Letting the weight of the head bring that nice stretch in through the neck. Next time the chin comes to chest, we can interlace the fingers, resting them lightly on the back of the head, allowing the elbows to drop in down towards the thighs. With your next inhale, we're going to take the elbows wide, lift the chin, open the chest. With the exhale, round, let the elbows come back in. So just moving with the breath between these two shapes. Letting the breath lead the movement, so that inhale, that filling of the lungs is what brings the chest open, the chin up, and letting that breath go, feeling the ribs close down, is what brings this rounding into the body. Good. And then bringing the body to center, taking left fingertips down towards the mat and then leaning over to the left, keeping that right elbow wide to start with. With the exhale, we're going to turn, closing the chest, elbow coming towards the left knee. Inhaling, opening that elbow wide again. So similar principles with moving with the breath, opening and closing of the chest. Just in this different position. Again, we're warming up through the body. We're taking opportunities to notice where we're feeling tightness, where we're feeling restricted anywhere. Or perhaps the opposite, maybe noticing where we feel more space than usual. Take it all the way over to the other side, right fingertips down, left fingertips in, elbow wide, opening and closing. Trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears. We have a tendency to kind of bunch up and pull them in. So just drawing them away. Good. Lovely. And the next time you open, bring the body back to center. Find your tabletop position. Onto hands and knees. Tops of the feet resting on the mat. Fingertips spread nice and wide. I'm going to try not to bother pie. And move into some cat-cows. Again, as big or as small a movement as feels good in your body. We can do little mini cat-cows, focusing on chest shining forwards and chest rounding back. We can really come into this full flexion and extension of the spine if we want to. Good. And then you're going to tuck underneath your toes, find your downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the feet, through the ankles, reaching the hips up and back. Letting the hips sway, pressing the ground away with the hands. Good. Now you might want to find quite a long down dog, and by long I mean lots of space between the hands and the feet, because we're going to come forwards to a plank position. So we roll ourselves forward. First, lift the heels even more, lift the hips, round through the spine, think of cat pose, chin to chest, come all the way forwards, and then let the heels drop away, bring the spine up. So we've got a nice straight line from the hips, from the shoulders, through the hips to the heels. From here, come down to a low plank, so forearms. Lowering down one at a time. And we're just going to take some little rocks forwards and backwards here. So pressing the heels away, bringing ourselves forwards onto the toes. Good. Nice. You can then press back up to your downward facing dog. Send the hips up. Pedal out through the feet, getting comfortable there. Nice, we're going to lift our right leg out behind into three-legged dog. Open through that hip, let the heel drop in, and draw nice big circles through that right hip. Keeping the shoulders facing down towards the mat. Take the circles in the other direction. Really exploring as much space in that hip joint as we can. Good. When you've done your 3 circles each way, extend that right leg behind and step it forwards, coming to find a high lunge. Lifting all the way up. Good. Settling into this lunge position here, letting the hips lower down towards the mat, adjusting the feet as we need to. With an exhale, we open the arms, cactus. With an inhale, we lift them back up as we lower back knee, low lunge. Exhale, take the hands down behind the body. You can keep back toes tucked or untuck them. Roll the shoulders back, peel the hands away, open the chest. Nice deep breaths here. From here, find an easy twist. Left hand places down, right arm opens up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze towards that top hand. And from here, opening to a reverse Skandasana. So all we're going to do, this right foot is going to heel toe around to the right. We roll onto the outside edge of the back foot and allow the hips to lower. They might not come all the way down. We might be in more of this position. We can be on the outside of this right foot, so the right knee is opening out wide. We then come all the way around, hands walk around to the left, find your left side Skandasana. Okay, these are where those transitions come in. Left hand down on the mat, elbow drawing the knee a little wider. Right arm opens, inhale. Right arm closes, exhale. Same as we were doing at the beginning with the fingers at the back of the head, elbows wide, opening and closing the chest. Good. From here we find revolved Skandasana. So hands walk around to the left, pivot on the feet, so heel toe, right hip comes down, left arm reaches long. That bottom leg is straight, heel pressing away. And then you're going to come all the way around to a seated position. So continuing that movement around, finding our half shoelace. So left leg is bent over our right leg, knees on top of one another. And just start to walk the body forwards into that shoelace position. Now we might not fold very far, we're getting into the practice, we might not be all that warm yet. Good. Coming up, finding a seated twist, so right leg comes all the way in, hug left knee, left arm reaches behind. Gazing towards the back of the room. Twisting through the spine, but also probably feeling a deep stretch through this outside of the left hip here. Bring your body around to center. Left foot places down on the left side of the mat as we find a standing split. Hands come down to help us. That right leg reaches out behind, standing split. We fold the body forwards over that front leg. As we inhale, we find some lift with the chest. As we exhale, we fold towards the leg. It doesn't need to be a full expression of the split. I definitely can't do the splits. My right foot is nowhere near the ceiling, but that's the intention. We're drawing the right toes up. We're folding the body down. Good. Fold, release right foot down. Take a full forward fold here. Come up halfway, lift, fold back down. We're going to flow through a vinyasa. So step the feet back, elbows in towards the ribs, lifting the chest, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat, and then find your downward facing dog. And we run through that on the left side. So our left leg is going to come out behind into our 3 dog. We find those hip circles again. So opening the hip out, letting the heel drop in. 3 big circles in both directions. Drawing the knee all the way in towards the belly, taking it all the way out wide. Both ways. Good. Extending left leg behind and then stepping it forwards, coming up to find a high lunge. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lean forwards, drop the back knee. Exhale, hands come behind. Interlace the fingers, draw the hands away. Letting the hips slide forwards, maybe shuffling that front foot forwards. Easy twist, right hand comes down, left arm lifts up towards the ceiling. We find revolved Skandasana, heel toe the foot. Come on to that right hip, reaching left arm long. All the way around to your right side Skandasana, heel toe the feet. Right elbow draws the right knee wide, left arm opens to the ceiling and closes down. Good. Breathing in to open up, breathing out to close. Revolved Skandasana, walk the hands around to the right. Left hip drops down, right arm reaches long. Good. Breathing deeply, feeling into the hips. Bring yourself around, shoelace position, knees are stacked, left leg is long, folding the body forwards. Couple of breaths here. Easing into the hips, softening a little where we can. Bring it back up, seated twist. Hug that right knee in as the right hand comes behind. Turning the gaze towards the back of the room. Bring the body back through center. Right foot places down, work to your standing split. Left leg sweeps out behind. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Left foot comes down, forward fold. Come up halfway, lift. Fold back down, step or float the feet back and flow through another vinyasa. Opening the chest. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Good. Lovely. Take the right leg out behind again into three dog. So we've run through that sequence on both sides. We're going to run through it again. Slightly different in this starting position though. This time we're just going to inhale, bring knee into the nose. And exhale, take the leg all the way out behind. So we inhale forwards to more of a high plank position, pulling the knee in and extending, pressing the heel away. So still using that breath to bring the movement in. Next time, step the right foot forwards into a high lunge. Place it down with control. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up as back knee drops. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Draw the hands away from the body. Left hand places down, right arm reaches tall, easy twist. Open into your revolved Skandasana. Use the hands to walk all the way around, finding a left side Skandasana. Left hand down, elbow drawing the knee wide, inhaling to open, exhaling to close. So lots of tricky transitions here, but hopefully the more we do them, the easier it will feel and the more it will flow. It might feel a little clunky to start with, but once you get to know what's coming next, the body knows what's coming next, it should flow a little easier. Revolved Skandasana, walk the hands around. Left arm opens long. Find your shoelace pose. Come to seated, knees are stacked. Exhale to fold. Feeling that deeper stretch, perhaps through the bottom leg, that straight leg, or maybe through the top leg, depending on your body and where you're sort of more tight. Lifting up, easy seated twist. Left hand comes behind. Gazing to the back of the room. Bring it through center, left foot down, standing split, right foot lifts. Exhale forwards. You can take one hand to the back of the leg if you want to, have the right fingertips down. Forward fold both feet down. Come up halfway lift. Place hands down, step or float the feet back. Flow through your vinyasa. Good, pedal it out here. We go again on the left side. Left leg reaches out behind, three-legged dog. Use an inhale to bring the knee into the nose and an exhale to send it back. Inhale in. Exhale away. Inhale in. Next time that foot steps all the way forwards, finding a high lunge, we inhale to rise. Exhale to cactus the arms. Inhale to lower back knee. Exhale, take the hands behind, interlace, draw them away. Right hand places down, left arm reaches tall. Open to your evolved Skandasana. Left arm reaching away. Then find your right side Skandasana, so hands come all the way around to the right. And we inhale to open the arm. Exhale to close. Take it around to your evolved Skandasana on this side. Right arm reaches long. All the way to that shoelace position. Both sit bones down, knees are stacked. Inhale to prepare and exhale to fold. Folding the body forwards, relaxing through the lower body. Walk yourself up, seated twist. Hug the knee in, right arm places behind. Good. Bring the body to center. Right foot places on the right side of the mat. Standing split, left leg, reaches tall. Exhale, fold. Again, we can bring right hand to the back of the leg if we want to. Moving the chest with the breath. Pointing the left toes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, both feet down. Come up halfway lift. Exhale, forward, step or float the feet back. Flow through another vinyasa. Find your downward facing dog. And we are getting towards the end. We've made it to our pigeon pose. So if you prefer to take a reclined pigeon, then you can make your way into that now. Otherwise, following me, right leg comes out behind. Right knee draws in towards that right wrist. Place the leg down and then walk the left foot back, finding pigeon pose. Adjusting where you need to make this more comfortable. And settling into that shape, staying upright on the hands for a moment. Taking any little movements that feel good. If you have a cushion or a blanket that you want to sit underneath that right hip, you can do. If that hip's quite a way off from the floor, that might feel more comfortable for you. And then we can begin to lower the hands, perhaps coming down onto forearms as we take a few breaths in our pigeon pose, letting the eyes close. We can untuck the back toes if we want to. If that feels not great on the knee, we can keep them tucked. And I quite like to keep them tucked because it just brings that focus on our alignment. So sometimes in pigeon we have a tendency to roll on all the way over onto the hip and have the inside of the knee and the inside of the foot down. What we really want is to have the front of that back leg on the mat. So the top of the foot, the front of the knee. And by having the toes tucked, you know you're keeping that leg straight and you've got that alignment there. Taking a few more breaths. And then gently lifting the front of the body up, pressing onto the hands, bringing that back leg a little closer in. Right leg goes back. You can take some movement through the hips here. You can take a child's pose. Anything that your body's asking for. And we're going to move on to the left side. You can move with me or take a bit longer in between if you need. Finding a downward facing dog, hips reaching up and back. Left leg sweeps out behind and the knee draws in. Knee coming towards the left elbow, placing the foot down. Heel toe the foot behind. This long leg staying up on the hands. We can flow here with the breath if we prefer. So we can exhale, fold the body forward, supported by the hands. Inhale, lift. And we can take a few breaths like that. And gradually work our way down onto the forearms. Coming into our pigeon pose. Letting the eyes close, noticing how it feels in the body. Tucking those back toes just to check we're keeping that alignment through the lower body. Taking nice long breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. Letting the body sink towards the mat. And then when you're ready, pressing through the palms, lifting the chest up. This time bringing the right leg around in front of you. And just letting the knees drop from side to side. Letting them sway, easing off anywhere we have tension. And we're going to come to Shavasana. So we're going to lie ourselves down, getting comfortable using blankets, or I'm actually going to grab a jumper because I'm a little bit chilly. And coming to lie down on the mat, on your back. Either a cushion behind the knees or perhaps leaving the soles of the feet on the mat, letting the knees fall in. And just letting the ground welcome you. Relaxing into the mat. The ground comes up to meet you. And a couple of nice deep releasing breaths. Oh, you can sigh the exhale out. And you give yourself permission to rest for these next few minutes. If you want to take a longer Shavasana, you can pause the video here. Otherwise, we'll have 3 or 4 minutes just to finish the practice. There's some nice relaxation, connecting with the breath. Unclenching the jaw. And just being in our bodies. If the mind wanders off, just notice that and bring it back around to the breath. The rise and fall of the belly, and temperature of the air. And now you can begin to take some deeper breaths. Bring some movement into the body by letting the knees sway from side to side. Perhaps turning the head, wiggling the toes. And rolling over onto your side when you feel ready. Noticing how you feel, how your body feels. And then you can gently press through the palms to bring yourself back to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed for a moment longer. Finding that upright position again. And we seal the practice by taking 3 breaths together. So with an inhale, take the arms up, palms come together. With the exhale, sweep the arms down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Letting the hands come to rest in front of the body. Fluttering open the eyelashes to let the light back in. And I hope you enjoyed that practice. Hope you feel good, better for it. And that we feel a little bit looser through the hips. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.